Hi everyone, Budget Stark here. I have got a little surprise for all of you Mark 42 Iron Man fans. I think you guys have known from Iron Man 3, about a third of the way through the film, Pepper Potts wears the Mark 42 outfit. She wears this armor because Tony Stark has to rescue her so that she can escape quickly from the mansion. And because she wears it, it would only be fitting that she has the Mark 42 head sculpt, which is this one here. Now, a few shops, just to give you some background, a few shops in Hong Kong started selling this yesterday. I was fortunate enough to buy this off Kit Chen, who I think a lot of you guys know in the Facebook forums. I'm going to put a link to his website below, which is where I filmed, which is where I bought this from. You can actually pick this up from a few eBay sellers at the moment, or some shops in Hong Kong. So this is not something that I'm able to pick up for you guys. Please buy this from eBay or whoever you want to. Just a quick first look video into this particular head sculpt, because a lot of Iron Man collectors have asked me, how does it look, how does it compare? So this is a quick first look and comparison video to the other Mark 42 Hot Toys head sculpts around at the moment. So I think you can see this is the battle damaged head sculpt that you get from the Mark 42. So you have the damaged faceplates. Let's put this down. I'll put this to the side so you can see the differences. This is the new Pepper Potts head sculpt. I'm just going a little bit closer. I'll take the faceplate off so you can get a better view of the lighting. This is probably the best Pepper Potts resemblance head sculpt that I've seen. This is purely subjective, but I really like the look of this, and I'll go into other details of this particular head sculpt. And the final one is the one you get with the light up version of the Mark 42 head sculpts. So just a quick look at those there. It's pretty much identical in terms of proportions to the other two, the official Hot Toys ones. The external helmet shape, the markings, pretty much identical. The only difference, obviously, as you can see, this has a lot more scratches and the battle damage faceplates. This is the clean version, which is the Pepper Potts one. And I'll just take this one to one side. I just want to show you the slight differences. The bottom is just I'll say the hole for the ball joints, which this fits on, rather than the plastic here. I think this is PVC, so it's a little bit flexible at least. Other small things that you will notice, if this Hot Toys version is a 10 out of 10, I would say this, because of the finish, will probably be a 7 or 8 out of 10. The reason being, I'm not sure if this will show up on the camera, very, very slight paint that's not perfect. Now you have to remember, this is not from Hot Toys. This is from a secondary market, unofficial, unlicensed head sculpts. However, it's the same factory that does hundreds, if not thousands of them. So the quality control on something like this won't be as good as something as the one from Hot Toys. So therefore, I think you have to be able to be a little bit more lenient in terms of what you'll accept as a decent head sculpt, and what you feel is acceptable to put on there. Because remember, this is something that's a little bit unusual, a little bit different. So I'm going to put this onto the Mark 42 now, so you can see how this looks, how the color matches up, and we'll go from there. So I'm going into a quick cut now. Okay guys, I've put the Pepper Potts head on and the non-battle damaged head onto one of these. Now, firstly, can you guys tell the difference? Which is the Pepper Potts and which is the original hard to tell actually, to be fair. The only thing I would say that is showing very, very slight colour difference, and when I mean very slight, I mean it is really slight. You would only know if you had the original next to it. But other than that, I think it's a very, very good accessory to have for the Mark 42. If you guys can't tell, this one is the pepper pots. Pretty good likeness. I'm quite impressed by it. I paid between $40 to $50, and I believe that's the cost of it at the moment as well. So value for money, pretty decent. It's not super cheap, it's not super expensive, and I think you pretty much get for what you pay for. Just one very important point that you guys need to be aware of: when these are made in their hundreds and thousands by the same factory in China, so the quality control, you have to accept that it may not be perfect, and the one that you could be getting may not be perfect in every way. There may be slight color variations, there might be a little scratch here and there, so just be aware of it. And I don't think it's reasonable to be upset with the seller if that you get one that's a little bit substandard. So please be a little bit lenient to those guys. This is not an official released head sculpt, so if you compare it to the Mark 42 official one, there'll definitely be some differences if you look super closely, but we're not going to be looking at figures at this type of detail all the time. You're going to be looking at them from like a 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet away, and at that distance you're not going to notice anything. So just a quick video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, guys.